guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Acacia's Falling, Legend of the Spirit Alchemist. Let's just continue, shall we? Last we left off, we are just finishing off and talking with everyone. It's now nighttime. Victoria takes lead, hand firmly placed on the hilt of her sword, and eyes hard and focused. The streets are quiet at this late hour, and you notice nothing suspicious on your way to the market square.
So, Victoria, you can sense magic as well?
I guess that explains how you found me out in the forest back then.
Actually...
Hunters can't sense magic. It's a sword that they carry that guides them toward chaotic magic. There are holy weapons forged by rituals following the teachings of Islith, the paragon, and the founder of the Mage Academy. Interesting. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you wouldn't know about these practices, Anne.
Hunters did save my life by bringing me to the academy, so I've made it a point to be well informed.
Saved your life, huh? Also, Michael, would you stop that? I'm trying to concentrate.
You turn to Michael, who's smirking innocently, a little purple flame dancing in his palm.
Sorry. I was just curious as to how effective the holy weapon of yours was.
Honestly, all I see is this piece of dragon bone strapped to the hilt of your sword.
Really?
Dragon bone? It's quite the rare material. The dragons have been gone for centuries, after all. But it's quite popular in the use of weapon making, since it provides the wielder a bit of an edge, so to say, over magical opponents.
Don't be absurd. Dragons? Really? That sounds like a fairy tale. Victoria, don't you agree?
But Victoria doesn't answer, her head snapping to the side at the same time as Mime's ears pick up an attention. Guys, I'm sensing another sudden burst of spirit energy. And in that instant, a familiar kid comes shooting around the corner, wide-eyed and out of breath.
Alchemist! I'm so glad I found... I was going to the alchemy shop, but... Ronan, my brother... I saw him.
Take a deep breath. Slow down there. Kim, take a deep breath. Kim tries to comply, taking a deep breath in. And now you released it? He wheezes, letting it out blue in the face.
Well?
My brother, he was with a group of people, and they're all dragging this tall guy with them. I followed them out of town, and it looked like they went into the mines. That's brilliant.
Awesome!
We'll investigate it once.
Really?
I'm coming along too, I want to help. You've done enough.
Actually...
You've done enough, Kim. Please trust us that we can do our work now, too.
Fine. I'll leave it to you, but... Please, take care, okay?
Kim leaves and you follow his directions to the mine. You arrive and head inside. The faint glow of the crystal is the only thing lighting your way. Once you go further in, you notice someone standing guard. You're pretty sure you've seen him around town, buying flowers from Quinn's shop, but now his expression is empty, eyes unfocused, like he isn't entirely there.
Yep. That one's definitely influenced by a spirit.
This is bad. If he sees us, then he'll be alert to whoever's in there. There's no obvious way to sneak up on him either. Don't you know some alchemy remedy that might help us out? Maybe something that'll knock him out for a bit? That's not a bad idea. Though you should probably be careful not to hurt him. You say that, but when witnesses are such a hassle. So I need 2 Fs. Yeah. I think just doing this would be easier. So I need. I think I'll probably need that. Put that there. That here. So I'm doing sleeping draft because I don't want to do internal sleep. So I need that. Oh, wait. You craft the potion and take a moment to weigh your vial in your hands before you throw it into the cave. The glass shatters and turns a thin white a thin white mist spreads. The guard looks around startled, making a move to run, and then immediately slumps forward, collapsing on the floor.
Well, isn't this neat?
That was effective. Alchemy can kinda scare you. You'll be fine.
Actually,
Don't worry, I made sure the potion only knocked him out.
Oh, really?
Fascinating. It makes me curious just what other stuff this harmless type of magic is capable of. Don't get any ideas. We should move while we still have the element of surprise. Always so cold. Very well. Let's go. Ugh. I don't know why I'm yawning. You wander deep into the mines. The passage ends in the open cave. Holding behind a pile of big rocks, someone is standing in the center. A man is on his knees on the cold cave floor, and before them stands Rowan in his frightening demon form.
You have to excuse my lack of manners, but I am growing impatient. Me and my brethren here have been waiting quite a while for this moment, and your stubborn hero charade is honestly starting to piss me off. So I will ask you, for the last time, how do we break the seal?
Oh boy. The man on the ground is unlike anyone you've ever seen before. His skin is colorless gray, his hair is white as snow, but along his exposed arm is running glowing blue markings like crystal ore, and when he looks up to glare at the demon, his eyes are alight with the same gemstone glow.
You are fooling yourself if you think I'd ever bargain with a demon. Your end will come soon enough, and you will return to your prison once more.
Rowan lets out a low cackle.
And you believe that you will be the one to do that? The valiant hero swooping in to save the day? How well is that working out for you?
My failure is my shame to bear. I cannot change that, but I refuse to add any more regrets to my name. I will tell you nothing.
Well, and it's good that there are other ways for me to gain your cooperation.
With a wave of his hand, a demon appears to his side, tall and lanky with soulless eyes, staring down at the Outlander almost hungrily. The Outlander looks mildly queasy, but hides it well behind his knee.
So you intend to have this one possess me? You don't have the courage to do so yourself?
I usually prefer to be more hands-on. However, this body I'm inhabiting still has its uses, so I can't give it up quite yet. Do not fear, though. My brother here is quite capable of the task.
The demon moves in, and the Outlander tries to shift away, but there's nowhere to go. You observe the cave carefully, feeling the spark of nerves set on your stomach. So this is what you agreed to back when you made the deal with Athelia. These demons are not kidding around. You know from first-hand experience that something has to be done. Ready for this? Accept the path I've chosen and return victorious. Confidence. I'm ready to do this. Accept the path I've chosen. Emerge victorious. You step into the roof boat.
enough of this, Ronan. This ends here. I won't allow you to hurt any more people.
Rowan's eyes turn to you and his head tilts curiously to the side with a wicked grin.
Well, if it isn't the little alchemist. I could have sworn I'd left you dead in a ditch not too long ago. How interesting. Well, that gives me a welcome opportunity to thank you. If it hadn't been for your timely arrival back in that alley, I would never have succeeded in possessing this foolish human properly. But, alas, you are not useful to me now. So it's time for you to die. For real this time.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I agree. After all, it would be a hassle if my guinea pig was to die before I even got to start my research.
You and Mime do what you have to do. We'll make sure you're not interrupted.
Let's do this.
Okay, so I need 2 reds here.
Pathetic.
It seems I've underestimated you, alchemist. Trust me when I say this will not happen again. The man disappears into the shadows. You turn to the stranger on the ground, who watches you curiously. Not having the best day, huh? Looks like someone could use a hand. You say walking up to him, and then the stranger lets out a low chuckle, and you help him untie his hands.
Thank you.
Help would be most appreciated, yes, thank you. He looks up to you, and his eyes are piercing, glowing orbs of light. They're beautiful, it's a little bit unnerving. Couldn't let him hurt such a handsome face. Such as yourself. You grin and help him untie his hands. The stranger blinks and you stare for a moment. The color of his eyes turn a warmer hue as he chuckles awkwardly.
Huh?
Thank you, I guess. He looks past you to where the others are standing and he bows his head deeply.
I am most grateful to all of you. That was quite a dangerous situation I found myself in.
Yeah, you really got yourself in a fine mess there. And who are you? And how did you end up being captured by such fine people?
My name is Caden. And as for how I came to be here, I was trying to help stop these demons leaking out of their prison. However, my efforts seem to have done nothing more than make the situation worse.
So you had something to do with the demons escaping into town?
Victoria hands Zuri reaching out to her sword and Michael tuts.
How about we let the man talk before you draw that thing,
That's new.
You said you were trying to stop the demons from escaping some prison. Does that mean the spirits were locked away somewhere nearby? That is correct. The underground cavern hosts one of the few known demon prisons within the borders of the Athelian Empire. The underground crystal ore seems to have been used. I'm yawning so much. Jeez, I need a stretch or something. The underground crystal ore seems to have been used to form a protective seal, not unlike how the goddess of Mercury won the final battle of the dragons by casting a spell. Could you explain?
What?
What are you talking about? Goddess of Mercury? This isn't making any sense to me. Could you please explain?
I don't understand.
You don't know? How is that possible? Maybe the Dags use other terms? These are all legends of the old religion. I'm afraid, my tall friend, that you will have to listen, as these stories are not commonly told among people in this land anymore.
How curious.
Well, that is puzzling.
I suppose I can give it a try. Though I am no bard.
A great many centuries ago, before there were human or outlanders, the other ones who inhabited the continent were at war with the ancient dragons. The war ended when one of the 7 gods, the goddess of Mercury, cast a spell that sealed away the spirits of the dragons for good. The world was finally at peace, and she and her brethren disappeared. The legend inspired many powerful mages in the centuries to come. They strive to create similar spells to get rid of unfavorable spirits, and these ancient spells relied on the crystals that occur naturally beneath the continent to fuel their seal. Many hold records over many such spirit prisons spread out across the continent, one of which resides under this valley. When we became aware that humans were now mining this research, we suspected that we might have unfavorable consequences. It weakened the seal. Exactly.
I came here to mend the damage that had been done. Though, looking back now, I probably should have gone about this differently.
Yeah, probably.
I had brought with me an artifact for the task, and was in the midst of performing the ritual to mend the rift, when one of the miners interrupted me. I'm actually not too sure what happened after. The ritual failed, and I woke up in that man, Goldner's estate. I learned that he was the one in charge of the mining activity, and tried to explain the situation to him. However, he proved to be quite difficult.
I am not surprised. So Goldner's to blame for this mess?
So Goldner's the one who's to blame for the demons?
Not really that surprising, to be honest.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
That blasted idiot refused to listen to reason. Kept me locked up for days. And when I finally made a lucky escape, he and his goons chased me all across town. And I lost them. But then ran straight into those demon-possessed humans and, well, you know the rest.
Unfortunately.
Looks like you've had a real stellar introduction to the outside world.
How shocking.
This is all so much new information, my head's spinning. Dragon spirits? The mines? What are we going to do about all this?
We have to save the seal.
We have to do something about this seal. Making sure no more demons escape should be our first priority.
Do you think we should ask Alethea for help? I mean, I know you're an awesome knight, Victoria, but would it make more sense to have, I don't know, more people here?
I am afraid it's not that simple. While I do think Caden's story is worth looking into, the people in charge of the Knights aren't easily going to dispatch people and possibly cause panic. Not when the only witness is a foreigner.
Well, what do you know, Victoria? I didn't think I'd see the day a knight would admit the system was corrupt. Honesty suits you.
Oh, get lost, Michael. I never said the Empire was perfect, but unlike you, I prefer to make positive changes while keeping order, instead of simply burning the whole thing down.
You say that as if the world weren't already on fire.
Is no one going to address the fact that all of this is based on, what? A legend? Dragons and spells of some forgotten goddess? None of this is based on factual information.
The records kept by my people are not lacking. If you want proof, then I am sure we can cross-reference it with any of this town's records.
That's going to be difficult.
I don't follow.
Back before our dear Academy mage was born, the Empire decided keeping records was too troublesome. It's much easier to appear competent after all, when all proof of your past mistakes disappears. So all such documents were destroyed. Whatever records they might have had in this town, they are gone. Together with the people who wrote them.
So the people would willingly destroy their own history? That's madness.
Welcome to human society.
I trust Caden.
His story does seem to match up with what we've experienced, and I don't see any reason why he would lie. I trust him for now. His story at least warrants some investigation, don't you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
I still think this is a waste of time, but whatever. Do as you please.
With Anne appears for the moment, Victoria turns to the Outlander and questions in her eyes.
You mentioned some kind of spell that could stop this?
Does seem a little bit out there, to say the least.
I brought an artifact with me that has the power needed to mend tears and seals like these. If I'd succeeded in stabilizing it, then things could have gone back to the way they were. As long as no one went and broke it again.
Did you say powerful artifact?
Anne, please calm yourself. You'll scare the man.
The artifact is one of my people's most valuable treasures. However...
Well, what are you waiting for? Hand it over so I can take a look.
Goldner took it, didn't he?
He did. I have no idea where he might have taken it.
Great. Now what?
I think we should get it back.
We have to get that artifact back and finish the ritual.
You know, we can't just waltz into the man's home and steal something. As a noble, no doubt he has all sorts of security to protect himself.
You're right. We should just kill this Goldner guy and stop the mining. That would be the easy solution.
How in the world is that a better solution?
No one will have to die if we work smart. And trust me, you wouldn't survive the aftermath of such a scandal.
Spoil sport.
We'll find a way to get the artifact back from Goldner. But we're going in with a proper plan. There's still much about this whole situation that's too unclear.
Well, if information is what we're after... Caden, you've got to go through as much of this ritual as you can with me. I also need some detailed descriptions of this artifact we're looking for.
Okay, I'll go. There's no need to pull on me like that.
Guess we're going back to the shop? I wonder what Elizabeth is going to say to all of this.
She's used to it by now.
With the way things have been going lately, I'd say she's grown used to these sort of things happening.
Would someone ever really get used to this? Such a strange group and such a strange quest. I wonder what will become of us all.
You leave the mines and return to the shop for the night. Into Chapter 2, Broken Legacy. You dream the night. A dream of a sparrow and a raven sitting side by side, an owl dead beneath their branch. The woods are dark, the trees eerier still, and from the depths steps a man wearing a deer skull as a mask. This is only the beginning. And I think this is probably a great spot to save for now. With that, I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives. May the stars forever guide your path, forever might lead you into the future. Bye-bye, everybody.